Hey there, friends. It's Melanie Benson here, the host of the Create Your Own Economy giveaway. And today I'm joined by my friend Terri Levine. And Terri is such this amazing person who we've been kind of like doing this dance across the world. And I mentioned to her that I wanted to gather some amazing resources and share them with you, our community, as part of the Create Your Own Economy giveaway. And Terri was a big yes. So Terri, thanks so much for saying yes and joining in to help support our fellow colleagues with some resources that they can really tap into to not just like get past this time, but to thrive, maybe even when everybody else can't because they don't have those resources.
Yeah. Well, thanks for asking me. I love what you're doing. I've been following you around for gosh knows how many years now. So I love what you're doing. And I think this is really important. And it's important in what's happening economically and worldwide with what's going on today. And it's also important, period, because business is cyclical. If it's not this, it could be something else. Does that make sense?
Totally. And, so I tend to attract entrepreneurs, expertpreneurs, people who are building a business around their expertise. We've got coaches, we've got consultants, and I know you have a lot of the same. And I think we have an advantage right now. And this is the advantage I really want to help people really lean into. And that is, as entrepreneurs, we get to control what happens in our business. We get to control our mindset, we get to control our message, and we get to control the things we say yes to, those collaborative opportunities, those out of the box ideas that help us shape our results. And that's one of the reasons why I love what you're about and what you're doing. Maybe you can give us just a little quick 411 on what Terri's about in the world.
Thanks for asking. So I've been a business consultant, business coach, and a life coach for 26 years now. And my focus is really on helping people grow and scale a business very fast without spending money on marketing or advertising. It's proven, it's formulaic, it works. I've done it with over 6,000 people. And during the pandemic times, we've been able to do it in all kinds of businesses. And what you said is so important. It's not just the outer actions of the right strategies and the right tactics. It's here. And it's saying, regardless of what is happening, what can I do without blaming the world and society and the pandemic and everything else? Instead of pointing fingers there, what can I do to keep moving forward, make a difference, and for each of us to continue to serve the people that we can serve and help the people and deliver our message and our products and our services.
Yeah, I love that. I feel very, very much the same. And I will admit it hasn't been my best year ever, but it has been a decent year. And a lot of it, I think, is because we're continuing to do the work. And some of my clients have had their best year despite what's been happening. And so a lot of this has to do with, I'm going to use that word that everybody's like, no, no more, don't say it again. But sometimes we have to pivot.
I knew you were going to say that.
I know everybody's like apologizing for saying pivot right now. And it's like, it's just a word, my friends. It's just a word. And it's sometimes what we have to do, but it's not always in pivoting what we deliver. Sometimes it's pivoting the way we think. Mm-hmm. And so as someone who's listening in today, who maybe is like feeling the weight of what's been happening around us, and maybe things haven't been working as well as they hoped that would have this year, what is a mental pivot that you would encourage people to step into right now?
I'm really glad that you asked that. So I'm going to give you two things. And the first is to stop the news. And I really mean that. Go on a news diet. Stop looking at the news on your phone. Use Newsfeed Killer on Facebook and just stop watching TV and all of that. It's not helpful. And the second thing is the question that I ask over and over again. It's been, for me, the most powerful coaching question ever is, what is working? What is working? There's always something going right, always. Even when you think, oh my gosh, things are collapsing, it's not good, something is working. And so stand in gratitude, ask what's working, and then ask this follow-up question, how can I bring more of that? How can I bring more of that? And you'll get guided answers. We just have to stop. We have to ask the right questions.
It is true. And as a fellow coach, I'm all about the power of questions. And if you don't like the results you're getting, I say, ask a better question,
Agree.
because the questions that we ask are dictating the way our mind is focusing its intentionality. And I have set the intention to thrive this year, not to survive, but to thrive. And I want to inspire you as you're tuning in and as a part of, this community that we're building of thrivers who can create their own economy. I want you to encourage yourself to thrive too. So you can set that intention. And then the second step is tap into resources that are proven to thrive. And Terri, we have some amazing people that have said, yes, Melanie, I want to be a part of this. I want to share a resource that's working for us right now, and helping us thrive. I'm happy to share it with the community at large. You have one too. What is the resource that you're going to be sharing when people join into the Create Your Own Economy giveaway?
I'm actually very excited about it. So during this pandemic, we had 600 businesses come to us for help. Now,
Oh,
I
wow.
can't take on 600 businesses. So I said, how can I help? How can I help a bulk of people? And I started to put together a lot of materials. And what I'm doing just for your friends here is I literally am taking all of those materials, expanding them, and going to make this giant bundle of promising profits. And they will really make a difference. And I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to help more people.
Yeah. So when somebody is promising profits, like, is there something, maybe we just give them one takeaway of what that would happen for them when they tap in and get your gift as part of the giveaway?
Yeah, so I'm going to give you like one strategy that really makes the difference. I started out, we had 600 people contact us. I'm like, well, how am I going to do this? And so I wrote a document that was just skeleton, and I am really flushing it out to put it in this giveaway. And it's really, so what do you do to navigate the next 90 days? What do you do? There are people who had never been virtual. There are people who had done a lot of speaking gigs. There's people who weren't used to being online. So many different scenarios. And basically, I teach people to grow your business with other people's audiences. And it's very easy. It costs no money. It takes almost no time. I have had people go from a newsletter list of 100 people to 9 and 10,000 of the right people very quickly. So that's one of the things you'll learn. You don't have to spend time, money, or energy. You can fill content gaps for people who need your expertise. And I'm going to give you the secret sauce.
Good. I love that. Well, that's totally up my alley. It's part
Yep,
of my secret sauce, so
I
it's going to be
know.
really exciting. Now, to get access to Terri's resource, along with the other 25, 30 gifts that we have lined up for you, you'll need to go to the Create Your Own Economy giveaway. And Terri's got a link right below in the comments that you'll want to use. And here's what will happen. We open the doors on November 1st, but the gifts start flooding into your inbox on November 9th. And each day we'll be highlighting one of the gifts and then giving you access to the entire portal of all the resources, tools, techniques, and trainings that have been made available. And here's what we want you to do. Go get them all, because you never know when you are going to need these gifts. You may not think you need them right now, and then 2 months from now you're like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have got that. This is a perfect thing that I could have had right now. So use Terri's link below, head over, get your spot in the group. Now, the other thing is we only leave this open for 10 days. So we started on November 9th, we closed on November 20th. That's because these are really generous gifts. Some of these gifts are $100, $200, $500 that our friends have normally charged for. And Terri, I don't know what you would normally charge for this, but I know it would probably be significant.
Mhm.
And we're not going to ask them to give it away forever. So that's why we want you to jump on it, grab the gifts that you love right away, and make a choice to thrive and put these tools into action. Pick the 2 or 3 that you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed right now. And then circle back each day, each week, start going through the next one, and really discover how to build a business that thrives no matter what is happening around us, right? Like you said, I started my business in the middle of a global credit freeze, like our industry was completely upside down. I've been through the credit freeze 10 years later, and now we're going through a pandemic. Stuff happens all the time. We can't control what's happening out there, right, Terry? We can only control what's happening in here. So any last thoughts for our
Couple
community?
quick things. Number one, I love what you're doing. Thank you. A lot of gratitude. People need what you're doing. And then the second thing is just cut out anything that's toxic because as a business owner, as Melanie said, it's cyclical, right? I mean, I've been through the dot-com crash, 9/11, pandemics, all of this stuff. Business is cyclical. So just cut out as much as you can of anything that drains your energy, people, circumstances, and put your focus and your intention on staying in the right frame of mind and taking the right actions. I have literally had my best year ever. And I've been doing this with a lot of great years for 26 years, doing it during a pandemic only because I said, how can I help? How can I focus? And I'm asking the right questions. That's what I want to leave people with.
Ask the right questions. That was a real wisdom nugget that I think many of us need to remember. And when you focus on what's not working, guess what? You're not asking yourself the right question.
There you go.
If you come back to what will work, what can I do? How can I serve? How can I help more people right now? Those are really powerful questions. And I can't wait to get people access to your resource so they can ask even more of the right questions and get them going in the right direction. So
I'm very excited. Thank you again. Thanks for letting me
yeah,
contribute and share.
of course. Thanks, Terry. We'll see you in the giveaway. Bye, everybody.
Bye.